What's up, everybody? My name's Alicia Finley. Thank you for being here. Today, we are going to do a yoga as healing practice. And for this practice, I invite you to grab one strap or something strap like, one or two blocks. One is all that's really needed, but if you like two, there'll be some options maybe for that. And then one bottle of green juice. Just kidding. You don't really need green juice. Today's practice is going to be an energizing practice. And the inspiration for this class came from one of my favorite places ever, the Trader Joe's, who I do not work for. Um, and outside the front of the Trader Joe's, they often have little displays. And I had gotten one of these juices because someone had told me it was delicious. And the next time I came to the Trader Joe's, there was a whole display of them. And so often they put the things up front that aren't there very long. Those of you that know a Trader Joe's, like a seasonal thing. So I scooped up like 5 or 6 juices and threw them in my cart, and I'm checking out. And I said to the cashier, I was like, "Oh, I just love this juice. I stocked up because I don't want it to run out." And they said, "Oh, we have that juice all the time." And I was like, "What? You do?" Yeah. But guess what? I wasn't looking for the juice. I wasn't looking for the juice. Now I'm looking for the juice. So my question for you as we practice this healing practice today, this energizing healing practice, is what are you looking for? Because you're not going to find what you're not looking for. So if you are looking for a great job, or you're looking for amazing relationships and friendships, if you are looking for more money, you have to know and have that intention to actually be finding and lining up vibrationally that what you are wanting is actually coming into your life. So, as we practice today, this is about getting in alignment with the feel good energy of whatever it is that you're looking for, that you get into alignment with what that is. And also, hopefully, the clarity of what is it? What do I want? So, thank you, Trader Joe's, for your inspiration today. I want you to just find a nice, easy seat. I am sitting on one of my blocks. We'll just be here another minute or so not long. Let your eyes close. Take a deep breath. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Circle your arms out wide to the side. Breathe in. Connect your palms over your head. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Do that again 2 more times. Breathe in. Exhale, bring it into the heart. Feeling that alignment, inhale, as you connect on a deeper level to yourself. And now take a moment and set an intention. Our collective intention will be that we come more into alignment with what it is that we really want. And actually get into that space of allowing that to come into our life. So if you want to take a moment to set a dedication, a prayer, anything that would help bring more clarity to your practice, to your life, take a moment. And let's begin with the chant of Om. So no matter what our intentions are, that the sound of Om reminds us of the oneness and that we are not alone. So take a breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Inhale. And release your chin to your chest. Let your hands come down to your legs. Roll your shoulders back and down a time or 2. And as you feel ready, let your chin begin to lift. And take your gaze forward. We're going to come around to all fours. So you can set that block off to the side. And we're going to come into a tabletop position. And in a moment, we're going to do something called a Bhastrika breath or bellows breath with our cat and cow. So if you've never done it before, they're a little bit more brisk or forceful inhales and exhales. Okay, inhales and exhales. So different than Kapalabhati, where we exhale, the Bhastrika, we focus both on inhale and exhale, using the abdominal muscles to help pump the organs a little more. So it sounds like this. Okay, so it's in and out of the nose, but it's a little bit more forceful. So we're going to start in a cat and cow. I just wanted to explain that. You're going to spread your fingers, align your knees under your hips. And let's just start with good old cat and cow. So cow, letting the belly draw down, the heart lift, the gaze lift. And then exhale, pushing into your palms, finger pads around the back, and let your tailbone get heavy toward the knees. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Now you might have an Ujjayi breath that's starting to come in nice and easy. Again, breathing in and out of the nose, but a soft, sibilant sound of in the back of the throat. Good. Now let's come to neutral. Your cat and cow is not going to be as big, and I don't want it to feel very erratic in your spine. Think of the movements being a little smaller and really toning in around your center where your power is and your ideas, okay? So take a breath in, nice and neutral, breathe in. Let the breath go. You can even open the mouth. Now I'll start and you join me when you're ready. In and out of the nose. One more. Now inhale, nice and deep, curl into cow. And then pause for a moment and then exhale, round your back as you let the breath out the mouth or the nose and sit back towards child's pose. I feel a little congestion. I could hear a little congestion. You might have been able to hear that in my breath as well. So lots of things may start to move. You might need to grab a Kleenex. We're going to do one more round. So let's come up, come forward. We're going to do 10 times. So an inhale and an exhale is 1. Okay, inhale and exhale is 1. Now, if this is too much on your spine to do the cat and cow, just stay tabletop, okay? You can just stay right here in neutral. That's totally fine. This is great for boosting your immune system, bringing energy to the body. So let's take a normal breath. Breathe in. Maybe open your mouth, let it go. Now count to yourself 10 times. Now I'm going to take a big inhale. Just a gentle hold. And then as you exhale, round the back and sit hips to heels, child's pose. Lift up off your chest, off your thighs. Walk your hands over to the right in your child's pose. Take your left palm, place it on top of your right hand. Take a big breath in, breathe in. Let it go. Walk back through center, breathe in. Over to the left. Take your right hand, place it on the back of your left. And one full breath here, breathing in. Breathing out. Walking back to center. Inhale, come up. Tabletop position. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Good. Forehead to the ground. Tops of your feet to the earth. We're going to do 2 rounds of cobra, 2 rounds where you're coming up. So the first time I want you to gently use your hands as you inhale, peeling the upper body up off the mat. And as you exhale, rolling down. Second time, lifting up with no hands. Inhale. And exhale, release. Now just repeat these 2 movements. So you can decide how high you're coming on that first cobra, whether you're coming more upright or not. Exhale. No hands, breathe in. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale. Listen to your breath. Exhale. No hands. Look, Mom, no hands. Like that kind of energy. Forehead down. I was taking a class recently. Inhale. And they were like, Price is Right. Like, come on down. Exhale. You are the next contestant. That's the kind of alignment we want to inhale, no hands. We want to get into. Exhale. So we vibrationally tuck your toes, push to tabletop, push to kneeling. Take a breath in so that we get into alignment with more of what we're wanting. Okay, you're going to take your right hand behind your head, and you can either keep your toes tucked. I'm going to keep my toes tucked for the moment, or you can do tops of the feet. Now we're going to sit back as if we were going toward a child's pose, but we're not going to go all the way back. Your right elbow is going to tip up to the sky as you breathe in and lean back. Lean back. So you might notice a stretch on the right hip. And then as you exhale, come forward with the hips and take your right elbow towards your left wrist. Very good. Let's do it again. Inhale, push back, lean back. Exhale, come forward, twist. So really big rotations of the spine. We're going to do a little bit of twisting today. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. You kind of find that point where you can't quite go any further. Now, you're going to sit back on your tucked toes. Take this right hand, now, or you can untuck, right hand behind you, left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Good. Now use your core. You're going to come up to be on your shins. Exhale, hands to the heart. If you can, without your hands, bring your right foot forward. Now, you could have blocks if you want them. I don't think you'll need them, but if you want, one hand, left hand is going to be under a block or on the ground. Now right hand's going to go behind your head. Again, inhale, open the chest, and then exhale, right elbow towards left forearm. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Breathe in. Exhale. Really lubricating the spine, those multifidus muscles between the vertebrae. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Take the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale. Right hand to the ground. Take a half split. Exhale. Straightening that front leg. Bring your hips back over that back knee. Stretching your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Rebend into the front leg as you walk the hands forward and step the right foot back. Now we're going to repeat. I'm going to tuck my toes again. Right hand staying down this time. It's left hand coming behind the head. You're going to push into that right hand and lean back till the point that it feels like that's your stopping point. Inhale, maybe look up. Let your head lay back into that hand. And then exhale, come forward with the hips, left elbow touching right forearm. Inhale, lean back. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. The spine is like, wow. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time, the elbow will go up. You're going to push off that right hand, slide that left hand back, and behind you, reach your right arm up to the sky. And you can stay kind of in a twist looking left. If you want to look more upright, you can. Now you'll use your core as you bring hands to your heart, lift your chest, and come up off the hips, or the hips off the feet. Left foot will come forward in between your hands. This time it's right hand down again. I'm going to untuck my back toes. Left hand, you're in a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Left hand comes behind your head. Lean back, maybe a little more this time. Opening movements. Exhale, left elbow towards right wrist or forearm again. Inhale, lean back. Exhale. Last 2. Exhale. Last 1. Exhale. Reach the arm to the sky. Breathe in. Left hand down, Ardha Hanuman. Straighten that front leg. Stretch your heart forward. So big breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Rebend into that front leg. Inhale. And step that left foot back. Exhale. You're going to tuck your toes, and we're going to walk the hands back to the feet as you lift the knees. So you're going to come to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Let your feet be about hip width. Grab a block if you want, or take ragdoll, bend the elbows, and sway it out. Generous bend. If it would feel good in your body and your knees, let your head hang. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? And are the choices that we're making on a day-to-day basis, are they moving us in that direction, or are they moving us away? Let your fingertips come down. Generous bend in those knees. And let's roll it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders come up last, or head comes up last, shoulders roll back and down. Good. We're going to do something called Sundial. So you're going to take your arms over your head, just like you did ragdoll overhead, just like you did it in your forward bend. Okay? So nice and easy. Little micro bend in those legs. My feet are a little wider than my hips. I took them a little wider. And I want you to slowly come down to the right. And then back through center. Gently move over to the left. I love to just sort of linger there for a moment. And then bring it back up. Yes, now do it again. Over to the right. So I exhale. It's what feels natural in my body as I'm coming down. And I inhale as I come up. Now let's switch the direction. So now go over to the left. Exhale, start to come down. And inhale, push into your feet, rise up. And you're not in a rush, okay? Not in a rush. Very good. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Take your arms up to the sky as you breathe in. And as you exhale, turn your palms forward and lift your heels as you bring your arms down. Gently lower your heels. Dance a little if you need to. Lower the heels. Reach the arms up. Let the palms face in. Turn the palms forward. Lower the arms as you lift the heels. You dancing yet? Okay, heels down. It's like I've got a good steadiness, and then the last moment as I'm trying to shift, I can feel the dancing happen. Exhale, lift. Really think Barbie heels here. Last time, breathe in. And notice if your heels just drop. You're trying to control it. Exhale, lift. So you got one more chance to try this. Let your heels slowly come down as your arms go up. Breathe in. Palms connect over your head. Exhale. Arms come down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. So your right leg's your forward leg. Take the back knee down towards the ground. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Now take your hands and interlace them behind your head. And I just want you to take a moment to just lean side to side. Lean side to side. Ungrip your front toes. Lean side to side. Good. Now then come to neutral, or what kind of feels more like neutral. You decide how much bend you're going to put of the pelvis starting to descend down. And very gently just start to lay your head back into your hands as you breathe in. And then exhale, draw your front ribs in and bring your torso to neutral. Good. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale. I feel like there's little angel wings. So right on the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, you feel that lifting and elevating the heart. Exhale. Now hands down on the inside of that front leg. Lift your back knee and come to a wide leg, but I want your heels to be in and your toes to be out like you're doing goddess. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. And as you exhale, I want you to bend your left leg. Straighten both. And now bend your right leg. And now you go at your pace. As you breathe in, both legs straighten. If you want to walk a hand out to that side of the leg that bends, you can. And the key here is not to rush. So we know what we're looking for, and then sometimes it's like spastic go mode, which sometimes we need that energy. But sometimes we need to slow down enough that we can actually see and notice when maybe it's right in front of us. Very good. Next time you bend your front leg, stay there. Walk your hands back around to the front of your mat and step forward. Push off that back leg. Left foot meets right foot. Inhale, half high. And now exhale, your right leg will step back and our back knee is going to come down to the ground. Hands are going to reach up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And exhale, interlace your hands the funky way behind your head. And lean a little bit side to side. Right? You're just, like when you wake up in the morning. What do you think about when you wake up in the morning? It's such a powerful time energetically, right? When we wake up, okay, come to neutral, what feels like neutral. Decide how deep in your lunge you want to be for this. Elbows are wide. Shoulder blades, where are they? You can notice how you can manipulate them here. I can have them out and moving away. I can retract them in, and I want you to retract them in a little more right now. Lay your head gently back, lift the heart, and then come to neutral. So very key when we're waking up in the morning, gently lay back. You don't need to overdo it here. And center is the moment your eyes open, you're going to have to really practice. Inhale, not letting your mind go to every single to-do thing. And center, hands down inside that front leg, lift back knee. And now you're walking to the right, heels in, toes out. One more time, bending your right leg, coming to center. It's kind of a high skandasana, side to side. So you go at your pace, or if you want to just stay and hold this time for a couple breaths on each leg, go for it. Do that. It really is a practice to stay present when we wake up in the morning, not projecting or worrying about something that happened the day before, the week before. Switch sides if you're holding like I was. Think about how that muddles our alignment and our clarity. Slowly come back around. You're going to push off that back leg. Let's step it forward. Uttanasana. Interlace your hands behind the back. Stretch your knuckles up and over. So I've got a bend in my knees. Relax your head. Can you shake it out? No and yes. Yes. Yes energy. In a good way. Not in like one more thing to do, but I'm moving forward. I'm moving in the right direction. Fingertips down. Inhale, heart forward. And fold. Really sure. Arms out wide to the side and all the way up. And hands to heart. So let's just move anything that feels stuck. We're going to be taking the arms up to the sky as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bend, not into a deep chair, but you'll airplane the arms back, and you're going to do 2 exhales. It'll sound like this. So it's kind of quick. Okay, in the inhale, the arms are going back on one sniff, forward on one sniff, and then as you reach the arms the rest of the way up, you're taking a big inhale, and I like to do a little pause right at the top there. So you can kind of listen, hopefully you can hear the breath, and join me when you're ready. So big inhale, reach the arms up. One more. And fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot will step back. Now you're going to come to a warrior 1 this time. Okay, warrior 1. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good. And then exhale, take your hands to the heart. So again, we're thinking about bringing in more of what we want, releasing out what we are no longer needing. So bring your hands to prayer. Back foot is angled in, frontal hip points straight forward here. As you inhale, I want you to turn your palms out, pushing anything you don't need out. And then turning the palms in and drawing in what you'd like more of. Now, make a lotus mudra, pinkies and thumbs touch. Inhale, reach up, breathe in. And sending goodness out to others and all the way around, bringing your hands back to the heart. All right, here we go. Inhale, push out. It's like you just got lighter. Exhale, bring it in. Lotus mudra, inhale, sending your gifts out. Exhale, sharing it with the world. Back to center. Do it again. Inhale, push out. Exhale, bring in. Lotus mudra, inhale. Exhale. Good. Now you're going to take Ganesha mudra. Ganesha is for the remover of obstacles. So whatever is standing in your way, you're going to turn your palms so your fingertips point away from each other and then clasp your hands. Take your hands behind your head and let your left elbow come right to the back of the head, your right elbow dipping down. And again, you don't have to overdo it here. Just little lean back of your head into that upper arm. I know that front thigh. I'm like, whoo, this is healing. Okay, take another breath. Healing is not easy, okay? If we've ever had some healing work, we know it's not easy work. Good, torso upright. Woo! We're going to come back to walking to the left. I'm going to turn and face you. Walk to the left so you're in a goddess stance again, heels and toes out. These are called sunflowers. Reach your arms up, breathe in. And then exhale like you're scooping sunflowers. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Feel that connection to the earth. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last time, everyone. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees, hands to heart. Straighten your arms out, straighten your legs. Turn your toes back to the front of the mat. Angle your back foot in. Trikonasana. Reach forward. And then hand down, opposite arm up towards the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, your right leg should be your foreleg. Mine is my left because I turned around to face you. So just ignore if you're like, wait, am I on the wrong leg? Just make sure you do the other one next time. Breathe in. Thank gosh we don't have 3 legs. I mean, 3 hands would be nice, but 3 legs, a little tricky. Good. Let's cartwheel it down. Breathe in. Lift the back toe, left heel up, push off, and step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. I do think love and light and a little bit of humor goes a long way when it comes to healing. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And now your opposite leg. So for me, it's right one's going to step back. Left foot's going to be the forward leg. Warrior 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Finding your breath. Now, if you have any pain in your back, just take your feet a little bit wider. Inhale, reaching out. I really want, now you know what's happening. Exhale, bring your palms in. I want to talk less here so you can enjoy Lotus Mudra. Inhale, push up. And as though it's already come, what you're wanting is already come and it's here. Hands back to the heart. So we're doing this 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Arms up. Arms wide. Arms out. Hands in. Lotus. And circle wide. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Palms together. Inhale. Now, you may not remember which hand was in front last time, but try to do the opposite. Mine, I'm going to turn my left fingertips the other way. Clasp into Ganesha Mudra. Don't get too caught up if you're not sure. Right elbow is going to come behind your head. Keep rooting into your back foot. And again, it's easy does it here. Let this be a reminder that it's little choices. It's the little things. Feel how little you have to move to feel a lot. Small actions over time collectively make big things happen. Good. Inhale. Reach it up. Exhale, opening out into that goddess stance. So we're doing the sunflowers again. Reaching down as you exhale, up as you inhale. Down and up. Down. Now maybe you switch each time, different hand in front. 2 more. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. You're sinking into those legs. Reach your arms out. Breathe in. Straighten your legs, preparing for triangle. So again, now I'm doing my right leg. Yours probably will be your left, okay? Reach out long and right hand down, left arm up. You can use your block here if you like. Stay strong in that front leg. If this bothers your neck, you can look straight ahead or down. And cartwheel out. Back heel lifts. Breathe in. Stepping to plank now, and we're going to come all the way to the belly for Sphinx Pose. So forearms right out in front of you. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Palms are flat. Allow your shoulders to have space between the bottom of your ears, allowing your neck to be long. If this is bothering your low back at all, take your gaze more down, draw your front ribs in a little bit more. And as you breathe, I want you to notice kind of where the back is creasing there at the bottom ribs, where the kidneys sit. One of the organs that contributes a lot to our energy. So I really want you, as you breathe, maybe you do look a little more down and really let those kidneys feel as though they are inflating. And then just giving them a gentle compression as you maybe lift the gaze. Doing that again, breathing in. Looking more down, filling up through the back body. And as you exhale, lifting the gaze. Good. And then we're going to roll over onto the back for bridge pose. Make sure your block now and your strap is near you. You don't have to go anywhere to get it. So let's come over onto the back. We will take a bridge pose. The first one we're going to do without the block, but if you prefer it or would like it or need it, please take it. But otherwise, arms are by your sides, feet flat on the floor, outer edges of your feet are parallel. Lift and spread your toes. And then slowly begin to lift your hips. Slide your outer upper arms in. Now we're moving down into some of the slower things. And so we did have a little heated warrior one there for a while. But what I love about the yoga practice is that it's continuously reminding you that everything passes. So if you're in a time of your life where it's very intense, know that that will begin to shift. If you want to interlace your hands under your back, you can. Work your upper arms in a little closer. Gently release your upper inner groins towards the floor a little. And then allow your tailbone to lift into that space, moving towards the back of the knees. Continue to connect the back of your head, pushing it down into the mat so that your neck is clear. It's not pushing down on the ground. Take another breath. And release your hands. You can take your arms up over your head, come high onto your tiptoes, heels lift, and roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Amazing. All right, let's take your block. Now, I have two, so I could go the lowest setting and stack them if I want to go a little higher. I'm going to actually go the lowest setting. I'm going to slide this under my sacrum for a supported bridge, and I'll give two options here. One's more of a hip opener, and the other is supported shoulder stand. So if you want to take supported shoulder stand, pull one leg up and the other leg up, and of course you could be higher than I am. I'm going to take my right knee to my chest. I just want to stretch out the hip flexors a little bit. So draw your right knee to your chest if you're joining me in this form. Extend your left leg long, heel down, toes to the sky. And right knee coming towards your chest. Again, you can go higher, but I don't recommend trying to switch your block while you're on it. Make sure your feet get back to the ground and safely lift your hips and then switch the height if you need to. If you're a little more open here, you might be able to take the knee a little more to the right. If you're in legs up in that supported shoulder stand, just stay there. If you want to play with any variations, maybe taking a straddle. Those of us with the knee to the chest, set your right foot to the floor and let's switch. Left leg comes in. Right leg goes long. You could take a straddle. You could take soles of your feet together if you're in that supported shoulder stand. Continue to kind of let the question linger in the heart of what am I looking for? Think of how much in our day we probably pass people that might be smiling at us, but we may not notice because we're not looking for it. We're not maybe looking at them. But if you're like, I'm going to notice joy, I'm going to find joy, maybe you look in the eyes of other people and you notice, right? You're paying attention. You're looking for the joy. You're looking for the green juice. What are you looking for? All right, and then let's set that foot down. Now, if your legs are both up in the air, please bend your knees in and set one foot to the earth and the other foot to the earth. Let's just take a moment, supported bridge. Relax into the block. Relax into the block a little more. Push into your feet, lift your hips, slide your block out. Please take hold of your strap. Padangustasana Reclined. I want you to take your strap around the ball of your right foot. Left foot will start down on the ground. I haven't done this in so long. It feels so good. And then I'm like, why have I not? Well, today is the day. Today is the day. So I like to do strap in each hand. Balances my upper back a little more. We'll get to the point where we're doing one. So I encourage you to, if you have something long enough, have the strap in each hand right now. If you want to straighten your left leg, you can. But if you find that left leg really bends and the butt is lifting up, chances are it's better in your body for right now to have that left foot on the floor, okay? Put your strap in your right hand. Now I'm going to take one of my blocks. I'm going to put it on the right side. So I'm going to put my strap in the right hand and I'm going to slide the block fairly close to me so that as I open the leg, the block is going to catch my outer upper thigh. You may need to have to adjust, or you might want it lower than mine. I've got mine on the middle height. Actually, I'm going to take it a little lower. And the left arm can open out to the left or take a cactus. What's nice about the block is you can practice surrendering a little more. Because at the end of the day, folks, yoga reminds us to have those clear intentions, but to let go of the fruit of whatever our actions are, the fruit being the outcome. So get clear on the intention, but then release, because we don't have control over the timing of when it happens or how it happens. And stay here longer if you like, otherwise bring the leg up. Put your left foot on the floor for a moment, and I want you to pick your hips up and just a little shift, couple inches of the hips right, and set the hips back down. Now, we're going to switch hands with the strap. Left hand will grab the strap now. Right arm will open, and with the left foot on the floor, I just want you to take your right leg a little to the left so that the right side of your sacrum still stays down, and you're going to really pull on that strap and push up with your right foot into the strap. Ooh. Sometimes I like to take my right hand and put the palm of my hand right on the top of the right thigh, moving the thigh away as I'm drawing the leg in. Ooh. Okay, now if you'd like, let that left leg go straight, and you can let your right leg come across your body until it touches a wall, or you could have a block there again and put the block under the inner border of your foot and let the block catch it. I'll just use the wall. Breathing nice and deep, breathing in. Breathing out. Now I like to come out of this gently, so I prefer to bend this leg. So you're probably holding the strap, let it go, let your right leg bend, put the sole of your right foot onto that left thigh for a moment, and then gently come back up to center, setting your right foot to the floor, and reposition your body and spine back to neutral. All right, we're going to switch sides, but before you do, I just want you to take a moment, both feet flat on the floor, and just pause, just kind of feel. And then left leg will go up. Don't kind of feel, actually just do feel. Sometimes we ignore how we're feeling. Left leg up, hands on both sides of our strap. A little is a lot here. Remember that? Little is a lot. If I pull down on the strap or I push up with my foot, if I draw a little closer, if I think about my left thigh moving away, all those things, you don't need to do all of them. But you do one and just a little bit, maybe stretch your right leg straight, you notice a big shift. Small actions over time. And what you may find is that your intention changes. What you really want changes. But here's the thing, left strap in the left hand, by getting a little clarity and moving in that direction, your path kind of guides you naturally, sometimes in new directions. It doesn't have to be forced. Block can be catching that outer left thigh, or if you're like me and you happen to have a wall, just going to have the foot connect to the wall. Bring the leg back up. Switch the strap. Let's put our right foot on the floor. So strap is in your right hand now. Push into the right foot. Little lift of the hips, about 2 to 3 inches left. Set the hips down. Keep the right foot on the floor. And I'm going to take my left hand. You can kind of gently push or make a horseshoe, like a C grip with the hands. Take the leg over to the right just a little bit to start. Just a little. Keep the left side of your sacrum down. Allow yourself to be playful. Just do something small and notice the response in your body. And then you can take it a little deeper if you like, straightening that right leg, letting your left leg come across your body. Again, I'm going to just grab the block and let the inner part of the foot get resting on the block. Outer left hip, moving away from the left shoulder. You don't have to have it all figured out today. By asking the question, asking that higher level question of what is it that I really want, you're already opening yourself to greater things. Bend that leg in. Take a moment letting the left thigh connect, or the left foot, connect on your right thigh. Slowly come back to center. Left foot to the floor. Everyone, right foot to the floor. Taking that moment to pause. And we're going to do just a very, very mellow fish pose, Matsyasana. Legs go straight. Now, if you have a full version where you can come onto the top of the head, lovely, you can go ahead and take that, but I just want people who are having any neck injuries to be very mindful here. So all we're going to do is arms by our sides, push into the elbows, and puff your chest up so that your upper back, your whole spine is lifted, but the back of your head is staying down. Legs are engaged. Heart is open. Legs are rooting down, thigh bones moving towards the mat. Spread your toes. Opening ourselves, opening to greatness, opening to good things, to blessings, to miracles, if we're needing a miracle right now. And when you're ready, you'll just push into those elbows a little more to let your upper back release back to the mat. Let your feet just gently slide open and out to the sides. Turn your palms up. Make sure your props are out of the way. Get a blanket or an eye pillow or anything that you might like, your socks back on or sweatshirt. Make yourself warm and comfortable. And as you rest into Shavasana and you begin to let your Ujjayi breath go, just as though there's an alignment in the breathing. The breath coming in when it needs to and emptying out. There is an internal compass and guide within you. The question is do we get quiet enough, often enough, that we can hear it? Sometimes we're really afraid of what's underneath all of our chatter, what's on the other side of the anxiety. For the next few moments, just allow your body to listen. Please stay longer if you have more time. Allow your breath to begin to deepen in a way that you notice the back of your body connecting a little bit more fully to the earth. Gently open and close your hands. Contract your toes and spread them out. Start to rotate your ankles. Stretch your arms over your head. Take a big breath in. Bend your knees. Connect your feet to the earth. Let's roll to the right side using your bottom arm as a pillow for your head. And use your hands to gently bring your body back upright, finding a nice easy seat. Palms come together to touch. Coming back to the lotus mudra, thumbs touching your sternum, pinkies connected, thumbs connected, 3 fingers open in the middle. What are you looking for? And taking time to really be more conscious that our thoughts, our words, our actions are in alignment with drawing that in. And the way we do that is having time where we start to feel good. And that doesn't mean we're always going to have good days or good moments. But we start to catch ourselves and we are more open, just like this flower. We are more open. So if you are in a dark time, you must remember that out of the lotus, out of the mud, is where the lotus blooms at the top. We're all going to go through those phases. As you draw thumbs up to your third eye, but may we remember that there is a wisdom and an internal guidance that is always within us. Let's close the flower. Thank you for practicing together today. It was my honor to guide you. Namaste. Thank you. Until next time.